Let me show you where my oil leak is. On this 2001 Chevy Impala. See that oil sending unit right there? See it? There's my leak. $19.99 at Advanced Auto Parts with a 25 cent discount. I can get it for about 15 bucks. The oil sending unit. Little $20 part. See her? She's a leaking. Let me get my camera back out and under the car. So remember that Blue Devil I had put in this car? Blue Devil rear main sealer. Guess what, people? We're not going to need that. Well, I initially thought my oil leak was my rear main seal in my car. This 2001 Chevy Impala. But guess what, my friends? It was not. And here's the deal. This is the reason I thought it was the rear main seal. When the oil was leaking, going down the road, it would blow oil all underneath the bottom part of the engine. It would coat the whole bottom part of the engine and the transmission. So when I'd pull and stop somewhere, it'd be dripping off the rear part of the engine where it mounts to the transmission. So I thought it was the rear seal, because it would drip off the back part of the engine where it was mounted to the transmission, and that's where your rear seal is for your engine. So I thought it was the rear seal in the engine. It was not. As you just saw in the video, it is my oil pressure switch. Most people call it the oil sending unit, but the technical name part, the correct name part, is oil pressure switch. So let me stop. And to take the oil pressure switch out of the engine, you need to put the emergency brakes on your car, jack it up. If you're gonna pay for it, that's one thing. You know, the mechanics in the shop can put it in there and they can work on it. But because these Chevy Impalas sit so low to the ground, you have to jack it up with a floor jack. And I have a jack stand underneath the car. I've already got it jacked up. Even though the jack's already been let down, it's sitting on the jack stand. So, to make a long story short, to take the oil pressure switch out, see this wrench right here. This wrench is called an oil pressure switch socket. It's not a wrench. This is called an oil pressure switch socket. And you have to have this to get that out. It's kind of like a deep well socket. And I guess a regular socket, it says this is a, you see what size? Fits most 1 1/16 inch switches. So it fits between a 1 inch and 1/16 of an inch oil pressure switch. So to take it out, you've got to buy this special socket. It makes life easy. You could get it out, sure. Once you jack it up, you could get it out with a pair of vice grips. You could get it out with I guess a pair of channel locks or a crescent wrench. But a socket will not slip. So it's better to go buy the tool. This tool was only $12.99 plus tax. I bought it at Advanced Auto Parts. And I will be back shortly and I will show you the switch. I left it in the house, but I'll show you the oil pressure switch, the new one. Alrighty, I went in the house and I got my new oil pressure switch. It was $19.99 for this 2001 Chevy Impala 3.8 liter engine. But I'm smart. I used a computer. I went to Advanced Auto Parts. They were the same price at Advanced, AutoZone, and O'Reilly's. $19.99. Anyway, to make a long story short, I went on Advanced Auto Parts. They give you an instant coupon anywhere from 15 to 25% off. Mine was for, I think it was 20% off. So guess what? And because it was for 25% off, I think it was. Because it was $19.99, it knocked it down to my price down to $16.99. So it saved me $3 by ordering it on the internet, and I went to the store and picked it up. It was already at the store. They had it in stock. They had 2 of them. So use the internet. It will save you money. You can pay for it on the internet. It will save you 15 to 25% at these automotive shops, these automotive parts places. If you use the online internet, it will save you money. It always does. It saved me $3. $3 will buy me a cup of coffee. $3 will buy me a cup of coffee and a McDouble at McDonald's, or a bag of chips and a big Coke. Anyway, let's open it up. This is what it looks like. It's threaded. It's already got like Teflon tape on it. See, it's red. That helps seals it once you screw it into the engine. And your switch, you have a switch that goes 2 wires, electrical wires, it plugs in. There's a little harness, it plugs into the back of this new switch. So what you do when you crawl up on your car, as you just saw in my earlier video, the oil sending unit is right below the catalytic converter. I mean, it's right below the torque converter. The torque converter and the drive shaft. It's on the bottom of the engine. You don't have a lot of hand room. That's why you have to jack the car up. Unless you pay somebody to do it in the shop, then they can put it up in there and do it easy. But I always put your emergency brakes on in your car first. I put the emergency brakes on because it's front wheel drive. It will not roll anyway. It shouldn't. It's not supposed to. I've got it in park. I've got my emergency brakes on. Safety always first. I'm using I got a jack stand underneath the car. The car cannot fall. You jack this up, and then after you apply your emergency brakes, after you jack it up, you got to take your lug nuts off. Let me make sure this thing is recording. It is. You have to take your lug nuts off. See here? Look here. See here? And when you take these off, you pull your wheel off. This wheel's got to get out of my way. Oh. There we go. I love getting car grease all over me. Look at here. Look at it. Something else my friends always use, always have handy, is either Gojo or some kind of hand cleaning detergent to get grease off your hands. Right here, this is Purple Power. You can buy it at Walmart for, I think it was like $2.49 or $2.29 and $2.49, and it works great. Heavy duty cream hand cleaner, Purple Power. I've got rags that I always use when I'm working on cars. Makes life easy. See, I've already used it to clean my hands, and I use this towel. That's one of my towels. And I always have a good wrench. This is a 1/2" drive wrench. I bought this. This wrench right here will cost you $15. It's a super heavy duty ratchet. So these are the tools what you need, is the ratchet. And you need, like I said, this special socket that you can buy that's called an oil pressure switch socket. Now the next move is to get up under the car with my socket and my wrench. I will try to film it. I don't know if I can, because it's hard to, it's real dark underneath there. So let's go ahead and put it on. This socket was $12.99 plus tax. I think it was like 13. Well, here there's 9 cents tax in Kingsport, so basically 10% tax. So it would be like $1.30. So I paid like it was like $14.27 tax and all. So you pull this part out of it, put it on your socket, push that little piece in the center, it slides right on. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Let's get underneath the car and let's get that bad boy out of there. What I like to say is, you can see right here, my friends, I've got the old one out. This is the old idle air switch, what most people call the oil sending unit. And because this is a cop car, it has an extra piece on it. This Chevy Impala was a cop car. And not only does it have a oil light on the dash, it has an oil gauge needle below the dash. Below the dash, you know, the oil gauge needle shows oil pressure. It has the oil needle. It has one of them. That's why you have this part. Because the regular Chevy Impalas, most of them wouldn't have this extension right here. This extension is for the little plastic line that goes in right here, that goes underneath the dash. So in this car, I have an oil light on the dash and also an oil pressure gauge beneath the dash. And that's what this extra piece is for. Look here, let me show you. It comes right out. I really don't have to have this. I really don't even have to put this piece back in there if I don't want to. But if I put this back in there, I've got 2 oil gauges. I've got the light on the dash. Well, it's got the oil light on the dash, and I have the oil pressure switch with the needle underneath the dash. Because it was a cop car, that's why it has this. So this wanted to come out with it, so I went ahead and took it out. I will screw this back into the back of the engine. It screws in just like this right here, righty-tighty, into the back of the engine. This is the old one, and here's the new one. And the reason I didn't show y'all underneath the car, there's just enough room to get my arm in there, so you wouldn't be able to see it with my arm in the way, taking the old one out. This is the new one, this is the old one, of course you can tell. And oil was just dripping out of it. And the problem was, like I said, this is the new one, this is the old one. And the problem, the oil was coming out of this end right here where you plug your wiring harness in. Oil shouldn't be coming out of this. So it means it's cracked on the inside. So there we have it. Just put the new one back in. Thanks for watching. You put it back the same way you took it apart. Okay, if you don't have a cop car, this is the only part that goes back into the bottom of your engine. I wanted to point that out before I close the video entirely out. I've already closed the video out, but I needed to come back and say this. You want to put this is the only part that goes back into your engine, your 3.8 liter engine, 2001 Chevy Impala, oil sending unit or your oil pressure switch, either one you want to call it. This, because it's a cop car, remember I said it has the needle gauge underneath the dash, oil pressure gauge with the needle underneath the dash. We got two parts here, but if yours on a cop car, you don't have both of these parts, so don't get confused. But because I have the cop car version, the Interceptor car, this screws right in here, the oil pressure switch, the oil sending unit, just like this, righty-tighty. See here? Screw it back into the engine, plug your wiring harness into it, the two little electrical wires, and there you have it. This screws into the engine. This socket goes on it, this special socket. See here? Let me show you. It goes right on top of it. Change my rotation of my ratchet, righty-tighty. Simple as that. Alright my friends, that fixed it. It was the oil sending switch. Look here, now I've got to clean me up. I've got grease all over my arms. This was a new shirt, now it's not. Grease all over my hands. And it doesn't leak anymore. Look how bad it was leaking, look here. It blew out 2 quarts of oil from Fort Henry Drive to home. It was a slow leak and it progressed. The whole time it was the oil sending switch. And you can't see it unless you turn the tire like this. But it looked like it was dripping from the rear seal, but needless to say, I got it fixed. Thanks for watching. I have to wash myself now and wash this car. Look at the grease I got all over it. That fixed the leak. I'll get into some of this purple power and get myself clean.